What's up, everybody? Today I'll be showing you the perfect design to keep all those nasty dwellers out of your base and away from your villagers. This is all survival friendly, but short disclaimer, it is made for a later player in survival. So without further ado, like the video, sub, and let's get into it. Hello there, everybody. Welcome back. I'm having to re-record this video because I'm stupid and forgot to turn on my mic. Now, let's get into it fast and get it over with. So, first thing is the walls. You want to make these pretty thick. Like, I made them 3 blocks thick. But I do have to say something here. If you're gonna do something like this, I chose a small village, and this was roughly 11,000 blocks. And to put that into perspective, that's like mining that entire mountain to build this wall. So yeah, if you're looking to do this, it's gonna take you a minute, because 11,000 blocks, first you have to mine those, and then you have to place all around here. We'll get to that in a second. Then you have to place all around the village. Now, you don't have to use the same materials I do here. I just chose these because I liked the look. You can use cobblestone if you want to, if you don't care about how it looks. Now, here's a no-no that I have to say. You don't want this. This block right here. That's your worst enemy for this design, is grass. As you can see, that's the only grass block in this entire village. I don't see a single other one. There's other ones under all that lava, but that's fine. Because the thing is, walls will keep the dwellers outside, but what they're not going to do is keep dwellers from spawning inside. So, that brings me to my next thing, which is to cover. You want to first, actually, here, let's move on to this next. Your exit. So you don't want to make a door straight out, because the man from the fog, he crawls through doors. So what I did, and you can do something a little different, is I made 2 ladders, one that goes down and then one that pops me right back up outside. And then I just go in and out to right here. Of course, you can change this if there's a water cave or something nearby. Doesn't really matter. Now, I left the houses here because I got lazy near the end, but you don't have to. If you don't want to, you can change that. Another thing is lighting, so you keep like zombies and skeletons from spawning. I'd be careful choosing this specific light. I chose this for design. I have all the dwellers turned off right now. They won't. I tested this. This is a pretty sound design, aside from a few things that I would add if you care to, like really want to make this foolproof. Like, make these walls have a small edge so the man from the fog won't just crawl over them. And okay, whoops. And make a lava moat or some kind of extremely deep trap, like all around, just to keep them, if they do get over the wall, they stay out, or I guess they die. That's your whole goal. Let me get rid of this. So the lava moat and the wall, that keeps them outside. The floor, that keeps them from spawning, right? But what about how you're gonna like set up your villagers and stuff? If you don't want to keep their houses, if you want to do something else with that space, you can do what I did. I just made them a little sleeper box, I guess, is what you can call this. Just place down a bunch of beds. And then you can make them like a little job area, which I was going to make here, but I got bored. So I'm recording the video instead. But the design's pretty simple. But you don't have to go too far. And just taking everything underground isn't really a good plan because, one, if you make the space too big underground, you're going to spawn the cave dweller. And if the other dwellers want to get to you bad enough, they'll get down there. But this will work pretty well to keep them out. But seriously, I would very much consider putting the time in to put in like a moat all the way around. And don't do what I did here. This was purely for like aesthetic choices because I'm not actually trying to do this in survival. Don't build anything attached to the wall. Do a full moat or fall just completely around the wall. Do not build anything attached to the wall or the dweller might just pop over that and get in. But other than that, it's a pretty foolproof plan. And if you want to make it even better, one, depending on what mod you're using or mods, you might have like barbed wire or something you can put on the outside that'll hurt it. Or you can get a bunch of cats and dogs or some kind of mob and name it. And then it'll attack the dweller whenever it tries to come in. And when the dweller attacks it, and probably inevitably kills it, unfortunately, it should pop up in the chat that that dog or cat or whatever mob you choose is dead. Kind of like an alarm system, so you know which side the dweller's on, and you can know which side to defend. So it's a pretty simple design, very time investment based. You could always just, I don't know, like, you could make a sky base, but that's boring. So I'd say this is pretty good if you're late game. Like, have spare diamonds late game, because if you try to do this with iron tools, you are going to spend hours and hundreds of tools placing and mining all this. It's just not fun. So I'd wait till after your world is a little time invested in, and then try and do this. But also, I'm gonna go ahead and test it against a dweller. So we're gonna test it on the lava moat side right here. So let me get a man from the fog. No, he can fly. I think the man from the fog is probably the best. Okay, so yeah, that's one thing. If they fly, there's nothing I can do about that. Unless I want to roof the entire village, but that would take a lot more effort because you'd have to make the walls even higher. And then there's the roof itself to worry about. So what I'm going to do really fast is I'm going to spawn the man from the fog And then we're going to go into survival. And let's see if he gets up here. Does he even see me up here? I'm curious, like, will he know? Does he know? He knows. But will he come? Yeah, so he's not climbing up here for some reason. Oh, there he is. Hi. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna burn to death. So as you can see, yeah, he can climb, but hold on, let me go into creative so he goes away. So he can climb walls, but you can fix that minor security flaw if you take whatever you build your walls out of. You know what, I'm just gonna pick a random block, and you just do this. He won't break the block. He will literally just smack his head on this and go back down, and then he will go away. That is how you deal with the Man from the Fog. And if your lava moat, like, kinda is, like, if your wall goes down farther than your moat, then it'll make it so if he tries to break through the wall instead of climb, he's just gonna go into the lava and then burn alive. So as long as you put in the work, which I did not put in all of the work, then you should be fine. But I would, I'd definitely make sure to roof this, or the whole design doesn't work. Just to be honest. So, yeah, I've proven it's a sound plan. It'll keep him out. Plus, there's their whole AI thing. As long as you don't build on the wall, he won't jump off, I don't think. It's very unlikely, but still make your moat pretty wide. And I like this design because it leaves me enough space to freely build like a decent sized base, or I had this whole area to do. I didn't even know what to do here, so I just kind of built a little walled in area. But that, I think, about wraps up this short video. I could leave in a bunch of footage of me building the walls and floors, but I doubt y'all want to watch that. So, I guess... Oh, also, one more thing, if y'all have made it this far, I'm going to say this again, please like and sub, and also rate the new outfit. My last one was, it was a little outdated. Just a little. But this one's updated now. Got a little bit more of the Wendigo guy aspect to it with the antlers. So, I guess I will see y'all in the next one. If you're still listening, I don't know why you're still here, but you should go to another video. There's no hidden Easter egg after these words, I promise. What? You're still here? Seriously? Why? Okay. I seriously don't have anything for you. There's nothing here, dude. Design's done. Video's over. Bye.